Channel is proudly sponsored by NoGiBJJGear.com, makers of fine rash guards, spats, shorts, and t-shirts for submission grappling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and mixed martial arts training. Use my discount code RAMSEY10 for a 10% discount off all your purchases at NoGiBJJGear.com. Again, that's RAMSEY10 for 10% off everything you buy at their website. They have a huge variety of designs ranging from sleek and simple to badass to whimsical and funny. Go help yourself to some awesome new training gear from NoGiBJJGear.com and help this channel out while you're at it. Hey, it's Ramsey Dewey over here in Shanghai, China. Let's talk about exhibition fights. I had one last week. There are a couple in the media coming up. Oh man, Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. That's going to be an exhibition fight that apparently is going to happen. Mike Tyson is making his comeback in an exhibition fight. But what is an exhibition fight? It's not a fake fight. It's not straight shooting. It's not a work. It's something else. It is essentially a glorified sparring session where both fighters have certain agreements. One, that they're not going to try to kill each other. Often there is a skill difference, sometimes a huge size difference. For example, when Fyodor Emelianenko, big Russian dude, fought, what was his name? Little Japanese guy. Shinya Aoki, one of my favorite fighters. Blanked on his name for just a second there. But I did an exhibition fight with my friend Bruce as part of the second anniversary of the UFL gym where I'm coaching at right now. And we put on the show in front of a large group of people who were not familiar with the sport of mixed martial arts. So a big part of the objective was to educate them on what MMA is and to show them a really entertaining fight. So we did have a few agreements. One of those agreements was that Bruce wanted to show off a flying armbar. So I let him work for that at the beginning of the fight. After that, it's mostly genuine sparring with a couple of simple agreements. In the first round, we had agreed to showcase the stand-up game and takedowns. And after there was a takedown, to allow our opponent, our sparring partner, if you will, to work for a stand-up so that we could showcase more of that stuff the audience was already more familiar with. Again, the stand-up and the takedowns. In the third round, the agreement was to free spar, with one exception, which was we would not end the fight with a submission. Now, there were a number of times, a number of positions where I was in a position to finish the fight with a submission, but I let my sparring partner work his way out. Again, the objective is to entertain the crowd. Think, for example, of this upcoming fight with Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. Floyd Mayweather could finish that fight any way he wanted to in a boxing match. That's not going to happen. Most likely, Floyd is going to carry Logan Paul, allow him to work in order to put on an entertaining show to make a bunch of money, so that you guys will watch it and be like, oh, well, that was a good time, right? So that's the point of an exhibition, to exhibit something cool, to show people your skills. So let's break down this exhibition fight from last week. Ramsey Dewey versus Bruce. Here we go. Alright, I make my dramatic walkout to the cage. The referee kind of cracks me up here, but he gives a signal to fight right in the center of the cage as opposed to having us return to our corners, which is, it's a Sanda tradition, because they'll do that in Chinese Sanda, as opposed to MMA where you start at the opposite side. So we're kickboxing. Notice I pulled that head kick. I catch Bruce's leg. He goes for that flying armbar, which we did agree upon. And so I'm working my way out. He's holding on pretty hard. I try to cross-face over his chin with my knee, but I overshoot, and it turns into a sloppy scramble. Bruce kicks away to stand back up. Again, we had the agreement after every takedown, we would let the other guy work for a stand-up, and then get back up and showcase the striking and the takedown some more. Flying knee from inside the clinch, that's a move I enjoy a lot. I use that one a lot. Shoot for a double leg, bounce him off the cage. Yeah, takedowns off the cage are super useful. It is where most takedowns happen in modern mixed martial arts. Check hook right there. Again, Bruce is blocking my kick. Turning back kick, Mealua. Mix in some capoeira, try to catch a kick again. Bruce pulls it away. Bruce with a combination. I spin into an Imanari roll right there. Now I could finish this heel hook in my sleep, but again, there's that agreement, stand back up, don't finish any submissions. And again, I could stuff this takedown if I wanted to. I have the grip to do so, but I'm like, yeah, let's let Bruce work, make it look exciting. People love takedowns. And of course, the audience cheers. Yeah, they like that. I get half guard, get my underhook, get back up. Fake the side kick, throw a real side kick. And there's that spinning hook kick. Again, Bruce got very close. Up kick from the floor, more capoeira. Not a lot of people have seen capoeira in a cage fight, but man, there are a lot of techniques that I enjoy. Some knees, high kick from the clinch. Bruce firing back. Spinning hook kick attempt, bounced off my side. We exchanged some punches and a kick. High kick attempt right there. Now some of these strikes landed flush. Like I told Bruce, you can hit me. Like he's a really nice guy. He doesn't like to hurt people, but I told him you can hit me, and he did land a few nice shots. So we're not going with crazy knockout power, but you know we're hitting each other. We're not made of glass. Shoot in for a single leg. Finish with a knee tap right there. Get down, throw a couple of shots, let Bruce work his way back up. Axe kick. Oblique kick. Bruce throws a body shot. A head kick, which I kicked deliberately over Bruce's head that time. He fires one back too. Faking the bolo punch. Now, at this point, it was kind of funny because the match was supposed to be 2 3-minute rounds, and the bell rung. Nobody inside the cage, not even the referee, heard it. You saw the lights change right there. And at this point, both Bruce and I were thinking, I thought this was supposed to be 3 minutes long. This feels kind of like a long 3 minutes. Oh well. Keep going. I mean, it's fun. We're having fun right here. And I would play the audio, except for there was some music playing in the background of this club, so I don't want a copyright claim on that. But I would love for you guys to hear the audience's reaction to these techniques. They loved the big moves, the takedowns, the Imanari roll, the capoeira techniques. Bruce's takedown off the cage, the flying armbar. Oh man, they loved Bruce's flying armbar. Check hook. Again, we're exchanging some strikes here. Just thinking, just biding our time. Is that bell gonna ring? Did they forget? You know, it's not that we were getting tired. We're just thinking, you know, we had a very specific plan for each round, and this doesn't seem to be going according to plan right here. And then they finally ring the bell about 4 minutes and 30 seconds there. All right, we're into round 2. In this round, we're just free sparring with the agreement that we won't finish any submissions. So I'm clinching up here. Bruce attempts an inside reaping leg throw, some judo technique. And I'm working for over-unders so I can get the single leg. I go back to the over-under. Now I'm thinking about a sacrifice throw, which I'm going to do right here. Bruce is trying to make some separation. Get off the cage right there. He's doing a decent job of that, but that allows me to fake the single right here by reaching toward Bruce's leg, which gets him to back up. Perfect position for this sacrifice throw with a butterfly hook right there, one of my favorite techniques right there. Totally legit throw, and a big crowd pleaser, of course. Now right here, I don't want to spend too much time in a single position. I was thinking, let's work for an Americana just to show the audience that that's a possibility from there. But I'm like, yeah, let's transition. I transitioned him out. At this point, I heard some people in the audience laughing nervously. And I thought, oh man, that sucks when people laugh at you. So I let Bruce get that reversal immediately. I go to the triangle choke. Right off the reversal, I let Bruce work his way out. Move to half guard, to butterfly guard. Bruce stands up. Works for a guard pass. I block it. I get double butterfly hooks, elevate him. Back into full mount. This time a low mount. And this is a tough one in an exhibition because we don't want to cut each other up, so I'm not going to throw any elbows. I'm trying to do a spin over into the truck right here, but Bruce was blocking me. I thought that would be a really fun move to show off for an audience in an exhibition. I flattened him out a little, and I'm thinking, I don't want to tee off on my friend here, so I'll keep it moving. I'll get up to a sitting up back mount position, and that'll be easier for him to get out in a more believable way. For about 2 seconds, we do our best impression of oh man, that takedown right there, I love that one. That was the first takedown I ever learned. You got a body lock. I did that one from over-unders, but it's much easier to do from double underhooks. Right, I let Bruce work his way out of full mount right there, because I could see he's getting tired right here. Like, he's getting tired. He's like, dude, this is oppressive. So I gave him a little bit of space right there. I lock up the Kimura, and again, I could finish that move in my sleep, but again, the agreement, let Bruce work his way out. Got the body lock. We've got seconds left in the round, so I go for one more big takedown, a lateral drop sweep right there. Fire off some shots at his belly, basically, as opposed to the face, just to keep the action going. And nobody wins because it's an exhibition. There you go. So when you have grappling introduced, exhibition matches get a lot easier, I think, because you don't have to focus so much on pulling the punches. You got to be really, really good at striking in order to not hurt the other guy when you're trying to make it look believable that there's actually an element of competition there. Which is why when you have a guy as skilled as, say, Floyd Mayweather, who's going to do this exhibition with a guy as inexperienced by comparison in boxing as Logan Paul, I could see that being an entertaining exhibition. Like, Floyd is definitely skilled enough to carry Logan Paul and make that fight look entertaining. And of course, he's also skilled enough to knock him out within the first 30 seconds. But yeah, we're not going to see that. We're going to see a fun exhibition that's going to make both of those gentlemen quite a bit of money. Now, of course, it's either going to end one of two ways. Either there's going to be this agreement that, of course, Floyd is going to win because obviously he doesn't want to tarnish his record against a guy like Logan Paul. But at the same time, it may simply be a nobody wins, nobody loses. It's like the Special Olympics of combat sports, because it's just about how you show up and play the game and have fun, right? But at the end of the day, of course, we're all going to tune in to see what happened to Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul in that exhibition circus sideshow that they're doing. Nothing wrong with circus sideshows. It's an honest living, if you will. Sort of. Because essentially you're lying to people. But they are expecting it. Who was it? P.T. Barnum, that great entrepreneur of circuses, who, what is that word that he used? Was it hoodwinked? No, not hoodwinked. Bamboozled? No, not bamboozled. Humbugged? Yeah, I think it was humbugged. The idea that people go into something like that not expecting, not wanting reality. They want a diversion from reality. They want to see the trick. They want to have the wool pulled over their eyes for just a moment so they can believe in something that transcends reality, something fun and exciting and different, if for just a moment. So, why do we do exhibitions? Why do we do worked matches? Why is there pro wrestling or any of that stuff at all? Why do we make agreements in these fights? I mean, why do fights have rules to begin with? For example, if we're going to fight, why not just take away all the rules and let anything go, right? Why do we have boxing matches where you're just allowed to strike above the belt, no low blows, no strike near the back of the head, neck, spine, or kidneys, right? No striking on the break, no holding and clinching and striking, no dirty boxing, none of that. Why do we have all of these rules? Because it's an agreement. It's an agreement to make the match more exciting. For you. Are you not entertained? Thanks for watching. Now get out there and train.